5 days had passed since then. I was still staying with the One family.
今日も通知来ないね。
Toka's disappointment was apparent as she examined the mailbox. My eyes fell upon her badge. Kyoka-san had applied for her daughter's exoneration, but we had yet to receive a notice from the state expressing approval. Well, we are out in the country. These things take time.
健一がなんかミスしたんじゃないでしょうね。
There's no way His Holiness Morita Kenichi could ever make a mistake.
自分で言うかな。でも別にいいけどね。だってお母さん、もう私に命令しないじゃない。
Yeah, it's an obligation in name only at this point. Kyoka-san hadn't been telling Toka to study, nor had she ordered her to exercise in the morning or clean the garden. She had also allowed Toka to entertain herself however she pleased. Man, Kyoko-san has really changed. We both smiled awkwardly. An oddly sweet voice filtered out to us from within the house.
どうかちょっとお母さんとお茶飲まない？
Kyoka-san must have had an epiphany of sorts after getting all that stuff about her past off her chest.
これからちょっと散歩に行こうと思ってたのに。
You'd best shelf that idea. Your mom's gonna cry if you ignore her. Toka trudged back inside the house. After she was gone, I took my pipe out of my case and lit it up. What was I supposed to do now? I couldn't move on to the next stage of the exam until Toka's obligation was cleared. And I needed to keep an eye on how Toka and Kyoko-san were doing. So it looks like I would have to continue imposing upon their hospitality. Looked like I wasn't going to get around to accomplishing things for a while longer.
森田くん、水まき終わったら回覧板届けてね。
Okay. Well, I was a freeloader, so I could hardly complain. But seriously, Kyoko-san was kinda scary.
やあ、お久しぶり。京子さんはいるかな？
I happened to come across his sono on my way back from the mailbox. Well, she's in, alright.
なんだい？歯切れの悪い野郎だな。いるんだろ？出せよ。
Anyway, thanks for the bike. I wouldn't have been able to rescue Kyoko-san without it.
礼はいい。京子さんを出せ。
I don't think you should see her right now.
なぜだ？
Well, how should I put it? Kyoko-san has changed a bit.
人間は変わる。僕も、森田くんも。昔のままではいられないものだ。
So you're going to ignore my warning?
本気で結婚してほしいんだよ。冗談じゃないんだよ。いいからどけよ。
A voice came from behind us, interrupting his Sono's shenanigans.
磯野くんじゃないの。いらっしゃい。
Her smile was enough to knock a man off his feet. Even Sono had his doubts now.
どうも。ご機嫌良さそうですね。何か素敵なことでもありましたか？
トーカがね、天才なのよ。
え？天才？
そう、あの子、ゲームがすごい得意なのよ。
She was positively dancing.
ほら、なんていうの？ロールプレイングゲーム？やってるのよ。でね、それがまたすごいの。遠かったら女の子なのに一人で宿に泊まれるのよ。
そりゃまあゲームですからね。
一人で怪物と戦ってちょっと危なくなったらすぐリセットボタンを押すの。起点が効いてると思わない？
Kyoko-san had bought some games for Toka. Toka wasn't very good at games though. Whenever she got stuck, she would just reset the console.
典型的なリセット世代ですね。時代への風刺が効いているじゃないですか。
It would appear that Isono was going to suck up to Kyoko-san no matter what.
やだ、そんな褒めないでよ。それでね、さっきの話の続きなんだけど。
はい。え？続き？
遠かったらね、肩もみがとんでもなく上手なの。やり方がね、斬新なのよ。 こう、なんていうのかしら。私の肩に手を添えて、指でギュッギュッってしてくれるのよ。
それ、むしろごく普通のやり方じゃないですかね。
やだ、そんな褒めないでよ。
Are you even listening to what he's saying?
はあ。
でね、トウカがね、すごいのよ。
ええ。
トウカったらね、ゲームがすごい上手なのよ。
それさっき聞きましたよ。
こう、なんていうのかしら。恋愛ゲーム？画面の中にいっぱい男の子が出てきて、遠かったらモテモテなのよ。
Nice, nice. Well, that's just how those games work.
そりゃすごいですね。うん。娘さんの将来は心配ないですね。
あなたにトウカの何がわかるって言うのよ。
ちょっと、お母さ
あらやだ、娘が呼んでるわ。
Kyoko-san skipped off through the door. We just kind of stood there.
誰？
I don't know, Isono. Don't ask me, dude.
僕の京子さんが。
Don't cry, man. Kyoko-san had tasked us with weeding the garden while she was out shopping with Toka. Don't you think it's good that they're acting a bit more lively at least?
そういう森田くんは何をしているんだ？
Studying the theory of inertia.
委員長の義務は解消されないのか？
Yeah, we're in the middle of getting that taken care of right now.
のんびりしてるんじゃないよ。そろそろ夏休みも終わってしまうぞ。
Yeah, that's true. Isono smiled profoundly.
三郎さんの遺産。
Hmm?
データは閲覧できたのかな？
So what are you talking about?
洞窟から持ち帰っただろ？
Yeah.
けれど、君はそれを握ったまま役所に提出していないんじゃないか？
What makes you think that?
そりゃ、樋口三郎の遺産だよ。ニュースになるってもんだろ。僕だって新聞くらい読むんだ。
I doubt it's information suitable for disclosure to the mass media.
ますます気になるね。
The memory stick he was referring to was currently hidden within my case. I have to wonder why you care about this in the first place.
中身を見てみたいじゃないか。創作意欲が湧くかもしれない。
Actually, about that, you actually write stories for kids?
そうですが、
What's your most famous work?
著作権の都合上、ここでは言えない。
Don't give me that bullshit.
ピータ
Huh? Peter?
ー。そう。とある有名作品からパンだけ抜いたんだ。切ないだろ？
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm not sure I want to. Anything else?
ピー。
Huh? What?
とある有名作品からターパンだけ抜いたんだ。そこはかとなくエロいだろ？
I hate you so much. I got all up into Sona's business. You're way too suspicious to take seriously.
僕に喧嘩を売る気か？
What the hell is your motive?
企んでいるのは君の方だろ？
I know more about you than you think I do.
そんな尋問の常套句はやめようよ。
What an annoying guy.
僕だって君のことをいろいろ知っているよ。
Interesting. Go on, tell me.
森田健一。性別オス。童貞。
Yeah, yeah. His usual crappy gag.
ポート大学法学部特別高等科卒業。特別高等人の試験の一環として在学中に携帯電話のモバイルコンテンツを扱う MK ストレングスカンパニーを設立。急成長の末、1年半で株式公開し、希代のアントレプレナーとして数々の賞を受賞。マスコミの注目を集めまくった挙句、突然の引退表明。
This guy.
昨年には第4次南方紛争に外人部隊の一傭兵として参加。国境付近の最前線で約半年間生き残る。
And now I'm a freeloader junkie.
パイプか？
Yeah. That stuff's a drug from down south. It makes you feel real good.
違法だな。
Who knows? Pops knows about it. So it's a moot point.
訴えてやるぞ。
Oh, shut up. Just how do you find out all of this shit anyway?
はて
My patience was beginning to wear thin.
もう遠かったら
ただいま。
やおかえりなさい。
あら磯野くん精が出るわね。草むしり？
京子さんがやれって言ったんでしょ？
I planned to finally get serious with Isono, but Kyoko-san had thrown off my plans.
でね、さっきの話の続きなんだけどね。
え？さっきの話？
遠かったらね、何でも買ってあげるって言ってるのに遠慮するの。すごい親孝行な子供だと思わない？
あ、は
でね、遠慮されるとくすぐられるじゃない？金の斧も銀の斧もいらないって感じでしょ？だから逆にたくさん買ってあげたの。
Yeah, she sure had. They must have had a metric ton of candy in those shopping bags.
私って実は親バカなのかもね。
I don't think it's a thing, or it's a might. It is. Doting parent, more like adult. What's adult? I think, isn't adult supposed to be something negative? Like someone stupid, right? Yeah. Anyway, we're done with the garden.
ありがとう。明日もお願いね。
Huh? Again? That'll be the third day in a row.
でね、さっきの話の続きなんだけどね。
Listen to me.
ケンイチ、明日から私も手伝うから。
You had better.
ちょっと、うちの娘に向かって大声出さないでくれる？
Kyoko-san, you've been spoiling Toka too much lately.
何を言ってるのよ。10日に庭掃除なんて危険な真似させられるわけないでしょ？
Her tone was extremely threatening. Dangerous.
いいこと？世界中の土壌には破傷風菌がいるのよ。土をいじっててちょっと手を切っちゃって傷口から破傷風菌が侵入したらどうするの？
She's not gonna get tetanus, damn it. Tetanus bacillus?
破傷風菌はね、テタヌスとキシンという人類が知り得る最も極悪な毒素を作り出すの。わずか 0.003mg で死に至る猛毒よ。あなた、それ分かって言ってるの？
I see. Well, she had graduated from a top-notch university.
それだけじゃないわ。その辺に蚊がいるでしょ？
Uh-huh.
うちの10日が蚊に刺されて日本脳炎にかかったらどう責任取ってくれるの？
She was starting to freak me out. Wait, Japanese encephalitis? If your daughter's that important, then maybe you should buy her a bubble to live in.
あらそう？じゃあ無菌室を用意しようかしら。
I thought you were kind of hoarding on money, though.
ちょっと、お母さん。
だから誰？
I don't know, Isono. I don't know. It was dinner time. Though she had decided to cancel Toka's obligation, Kyoko-san still prohibited her from doing one thing. Entering the kitchen.
今日も出前なのかな？
そうね。いや、
料理しちゃダメ？
また今度にしよう。もう注文してしまったしね。
うん。
リンゴを剥いてあげるから。ね。
嬉しい。
Just getting Kyoko-san to peel some apples was an enormous step forward. Mom, I'd like to eat some warm food too.
まだダメよ。
You haven't issued a binding order telling Toka not to enter the kitchen or anything though, right?
ケンイチいいよ。お母さんがダメって言うなら私もいいよ。諦める。
ごめんね。でもほら、昔台所で嫌なことがあったでしょ？
The burn, huh? Your overprotectiveness is a bit frightening.
ごちそうを頼んでおいたから機嫌を直してよ。
I bet it's just ramen again. I mean, not that I have anything against ramen, but...
文句ばっかり言ってないの。居候な分際で。
Fine. Toka had been Kyoko-san's ally no matter what these past few days. Well, at least dinners had gotten a bit more lively. They had a totally different atmosphere from before.
いただきます。
I slurped up the noodles. I had to admit, it was pretty damn good. One might call it this town's specialty.
ケンイチ、いただきますくらい言いなさいよ。
Yeah. Sorry, I was captivated by the ramen.
まったく。森田くんはラーメンで例えるなら麺ね。
Huh? What?
主役ってことよ。
I'd actually say that the lead actor in a bowl of ramen would be the soup.
何つぶったこと言ってるのよ。
She glared at me. Mother dear, your daughter here continues to gnaw on my gristles, so to speak.
あら、よく噛んで食べなきゃダメよ。特に森田くんは。
Hey mom.
お母さん、ナルトいらなかったらちょうだい。
いいわよ。森田くんもあげなさいね。どうかの好物みたいだから。
What? I was merely waiting for the best moment to savor it. Fish cake is delicious if you roll it around on your tongue after eating about half of your noodles.
ケチくさい男。
What can I say? I'm a gourmet.
じゃあ分かったわ。お母さんナルト買ってきちゃうから5パックくらいでいい？
You're crazy!
そこまでしなくてもいいよ。気持ちだけ受け取っておくね。
Oh no. I feel something's gonna happen.
いいのよ。買ってきちゃうわ。ちょうどナルトが安売りしてたと思うし。
I have a bad feeling about this. She rose from her chair. Mother dear, keep it down a bit, please. We're in the middle of a meal here.
何を言ってるの？食事中の会話は家族団らんの源なのよ。
It feels like she's forcing this, doesn't it? Sure, but what if you get too loud and end up annoying the neighbors?
うちはうち、よそはよそです。
It was like talking to a wall.
そうそうお母さん。テレビ見ていいかな？
もちろんよ。好きに見ていいのよ。
やった！
But I guess this kind of life wasn't so bad. I was watching TV with Toka. Toka was glued to the screen.
おっと、ここで痛烈なローキックだ。
The channel that Toka had flipped to was playing a live broadcast of an MMA match. A bunch of rugged men were hitting each other, drenched in sweat.
おお、またローキックだ。
You find this interesting? Oh, that's right. You're an aspiring martial artist yourself. Her eyes sparkled with every blow exchanged.
またまたローキック。
Man, this guy really had something against the other guy's legs.
やれ！ぶっこせ！
Whoa, no barbarism in the house, please.
リンゴが剥けたわよ。
Kyoko-san came out of the kitchen, plate in hand. Oh yeah, Kyoko-san. Your daughter is saying some things that I find rather inappropriate for a lady.
え？何を言ってるの？
そこだ！ぶっこせ！
See?
は？何も聞こえないけれど？
What? She keeps telling him to murder the other guy and stuff. I have to say, it's pretty disturbing.
は？
Huh? Thought we were through with the B-movie shit.
うちの子がそんな不良みたいなこと言うわけないでしょ？
No! Come on, you heard it too, right?
あんた？
Nothing. Just talking to myself.
じゃあ、そのあんたさんの分までリンゴを用意しておきましょうかね。
Kyoko-san, you've gone insane. I mean that in the nicest possible way. It was nice to finally see some smiles around here. Those tense expressions of theirs had bothered me.
面白かった。
The stark contrast also bothers me though, Kenichi. Come on, Toka. What part of that travesty is entertaining? It's all fake, you know. There are way more efficient ways to beat a guy down.
何知った風な口聞いてるのよ。
What a kid. One spark had led to a damn forest fire. Yeah, I know. That's not the right attitude to have.
ローキック！
Hey, watch it! Mother dear, perhaps you should consider disciplining your daughter.
ローキック！
I told you to watch it. What?
すかさずローキック！
What the hell? Stop attacking my legs. Can't help but feel like something's wrong here. We had turned the TV off, thank God. Kyoko-san was busy eating a peeled apple.
あ、お母さん、そのナイフ。
Kyoko-san looked a bit embarrassed.
あなたがくれたナイフよ。覚えてた？おかげで命を救われたわ。
She cast a quick glance at me.
そっか。ずっと持っててくれたんだね。
Come up with a better gift idea next time. You're way too violent.
でね、さっきの話の続きなんだけどね。
Listen to me! We hadn't been talking about anything.
ええ、私の誕生日がどうかしたの？
No, seriously, we hadn't been talking about that, okay?
何か欲しいものある？
They were both somewhat hesitant.
ほら、私、今までろくなプレゼントあげてなかったから。
その気持ちだけでお母さんは十分よ。
Toka, you're retarded. You're supposed to keep your gift idea secret.
うるさい！
Jesus Christ, you fucking threw a knife at me!
ちぇ
Don't just click your damn tongue at me? How stupid are you? That would have killed anyone except me.
とにかく気を使わないでいいのよ。
A bit too much. I really feel like something's gonna happen, dude. This has been going too long and it's kinda creeping me out. Kyoko-san walked off into the kitchen with a smile.
で、
Well, what?
こっそり用意しておくんでしょ？何かいいアイデアあるんじゃないの？
This is a bit sudden. Sorry, I'm still not sure what exactly Kyoko-san would like. Actually, what are you asking me anyway? You're the expert here.
何それ？
Well, when is it? Toka told me. It was on a holiday before summer vacation ended. Well, we have plenty of time, then. Let's think about it some more.
ケンイチも考えておいてね。
Yeah. But seriously, she'll be happy with anything as long as it's from you.
いいから考えておいてよ。
Did she really have to rely on me for something like this?
お風呂入ろうっと。お母さん、お風呂入っていい？
She didn't have to ask about every little thing anymore. But I guess it was a habit left over from her obligation. Well, perhaps scar would be more accurate. I stole a glance at the long sleeves of her uniform. Hey, can I come in? I knocked on Toka's door a couple of dozen times. Of course, she didn't respond. Laughter. Toka was lying on the floor reading manga. Oh, you.
何よ！いきなり入ってこないでよ！
Are you done studying?
これからするところだったんだよ。
You suck at lying.
だって面白いんだもの。
Well, I guess it was the first manga she had read in quite a while. Yeah, I understand. Still, I think you should at least study a little for your test at the end of the break.
もうちょっとだけ読ませてよ。ちょうどオチがつきそうなんだよ。
You're reading a damn gag manga.
お願い。あと2ページだから。
If you're gonna be like that, then fine. Wait, she didn't need my permission in the first place. Toka returned to her manga, grinning all the while. Well, she looked pleased at least.
はあ、面白かった。今時爆発落ちもないでしょうに。
Alright, time to study. Chop chop.
ラジオを聞きたいんだけど。
Toka,
だって勉強して何の意味があるの？
great. Now I had to deal with teenage angst. It'll certainly do you more good than not studying well.
ないけど。
Kyoko-san hasn't been on your case about it recently, but I'm sure she wants you to keep studying.
ごめん。そうだよね。
This was another point where Toka's supervision differed from Sachi's. See, Toka actually listened to what people told her.
じゃあ勉強教えてよ。一人より二人だよ。
Nice 180 there, sister. Very well. I shall impart to you my comprehensive knowledge of cosmological equations. I helped Toka study for about 2 hours. It's getting pretty late. What say we call it a day?
ケンイチって実は勉強できるんだね。
You're not half bad yourself. I barely had to teach you anything. Toka had done a pretty good job of focusing on her work too.
お母さんちょっと変わったでしょ。
I think she changed a lot. A frightening amount, yes.
何も命令されなくなったら逆に怖くなっちゃってね。
Oh? I think it's a good direction to take. Are you starting to learn what being independent means?
自立って何？
Following your own rules. Doing your best to reach a goal without being forced to by your school, your society, or your parents.
なんだかケンイチがまともなこと言ってる。
That's what a fairy told me though.
妖精？
Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. I'm not trying to make you feel like an idiot or anything. I cleared my throat.
目標か。
It seems she did have something in mind. Is there anything you want to do? Cooking would be the obvious answer.
少なくとも特別高等人は嫌だな。
Well, I'm sure Kyoko-san realizes how ridiculous asking you for that would be now.
やっぱりシェフかな。コック？パティシエ？
Don't tell me you don't know what they actually do.
調べたことないし。
Well, if you want to get the cooking license, you'll need to graduate from a culinary school or work in the field for a few years.
そういう職場って？
You know, hands-on experience, like in a restaurant, the kitchen of a hotel, a pastry shop, or whatever else.
どっちにしろこの町にはないね。
Couldn't you just move to the city?
うちってあんまりお金ないし。
Because you eat out every single day.
それにお母さんを置いていくのも。
Kyoko-san was a teacher, so it'd probably be difficult for her to just up and leave like that. You don't need to decide right now anyway.
でもやるんだったら世界最強を目指したい。
I think that's a great attitude to have.
私だってサチみたいに頑張れるんだからね。
She puffed her cheeks out at me. You should ask Sachi about it sometime.
何を？
About why she paints. Of course, knowing Sachi, she would probably just make something up on the spot. Toka nodded slightly and then stretched.
頑張ろうっ
Good night. I left the
と。
room.
おやすみ。明日にはお別れかもね。
Yeah. I'd be leaving as soon as we received word that her obligation had been cancelled. Toka's voice just then had to sound a little sad. And I don't think it was just my imagination. Man, everything sure was going smoothly. A bit too smoothly, Kenichi. Kyoko-san had managed to push herself to change. And Toka was changing bit by bit too. Above all, they had managed to find their happiness without a father around. And so their obligation had been cancelled. Or maybe it hadn't been. Nah, rejecting such a request from the parent in question would go against everything I knew about the judicial system. To be frank, I had absolutely no idea why things were taking so long. I mean, it's not like they even needed the obligation at this point. So why the hell wasn't my supervision over already? Maybe it was all just a carefully laid trap. A trap so grand that I would never see it coming until it was too late. Right, Pops? I feel that too, to be honest, Kenichi. I feel it too.
おはよう、森田くん。
She pulled apart the curtains just to make sure that I got the message.
今日のご予定は？
Lazing around the house like usual.
ダメよ。青春は時間との勝負なんだから。
Uh-huh.
私の青春は灰色だったわ。だからあなたたちには精一杯のびのびと今を生きてほしいの。
You're seriously a different person, Kyoko-san.
そう？
There's not a zipper on your back, perchance, is there? The contents could be different.
FBI にマークされてるってこともないわよ。
Well, that ruled out The alien abduction theory.
ただね、一つだけ考え方を変えたの。今までの私はトーカを育てなければならないって思ってたの。成り行きでトーカを別の家庭から引き取った責任を果たさなければならないって思ってたの。
Well, she was conscientious at least.
トーカってすぐ怒るし、情緒不安定な時もあるし、物事を論理立てて考えることも苦手だし、決断力がないでしょ。
I have a feeling you're actually saying bad things about her. Well, I guess I'd agree that she's pretty clumsy, and she did try to run away from home that one time.
でもすごく優しい子でしょ。
I nodded.
それだけでいいかって思ったのよ。
Oh ho.
私の親は私に特別高等人を目指せって言って、私のありとあらゆる欠点を強制しようとしていたわ。あなたみたいな完全超人を目指させていたのよ。
Yeah, I agree. I'm completely perfect. That stuff about not being able to handle sexual situations? A total joke. Seriously.
でね、話の続きなんだけどね。
Don't ignore me. Kyoko-san smiled.
とにかく私にまともな子育てなんてできるわけがないのだから、もっと肩の力を抜こうって決めたのよ。トーカももういい年なんだから、私の命令なんてなくても一人で頑張っていけるわ。それは子育てを放棄するっていう意味じゃなくて、なんていうかトーカを信頼するっていう感覚なのよ。わかる？
Nope.
あら、冷たいのね。
All I know is that you have a smile on your face and Toka is living her life how she chooses. From an objective standpoint, I'd say you guys will be just fine. Though there were still a few unanswered questions. For example, Toka's burn.
おはよ
Toka appeared, sleepily rubbing her eyes. Toka, just what time do you think it
う。
is?
いいでしょ、夏休みなんだから。
She was still out of it.
トーカ、朝は早く起きてジョギングしなさいって命令したでしょ。
すぐに。
She hustled back into her room.
冗談よ、トーカ。
そっか、ついつい。
あなたがあんまりぼーっとしてるものだから、お母さんちょっと冗談を言っちゃったのよ。
Kyoko-san, the obligation isn't actually cancelled yet. So please be careful with stuff like that.
ああ、ごめんなさい。ちょっと朝からブラックだったかしら。
顔を洗ってくるね。
私に聞かなくてもいいのよ。
あ、そうだったね。ついつい。
Toka headed into the bathroom. I had nothing to do, so I decided to lie down on the floor. I prepared for an outing after we finished breakfast. Well, all I did was organize the innards of my Duralumin case, really. Okay, I'm gonna be at the school for a bit.
なんで？
I have some business with Pops.
じゃあ私は行かない。
You were gonna come with me.
だって退屈だし。
Go learn to cook or something.
台所に入っちゃダメよ。
うん。本を読んでみるだけだから。
How peaceful. Peaceful, huh? That damn sign was still there. Of course, the school's appearance hadn't changed one bit. I entered the school quickly, careful not to get in the way of the workers. It's Morita.
入れ。しびれを切らしたか。
He could see it through anything. Was there a problem with the paperwork?
不備やない。だが、大根10日の義務が解消されるには、今しばらく時間がかかる。
And why is that?
時期にわかる。
Don't tease me, you bastard. I'm sick and tired of waiting. How long until I can proceed to the next part of the exam?
変化のない現状に耐えられないか。
Well, yeah. I've been leading a pretty busy life until recently.
煙を吸う回数も増えると、麻薬をやるようになって、そろそろ1年か。
Yes, I just can't seem to quit. Ozuki strained his posture and started barking at me.
防御、伏せ、立て。
My body followed his orders of its own accord.
腕、心臓、足、足。
He was reciting the method of killing someone with a knife.
逆手に持ったナイフを相手の腕の内側から入れ、そのまま筋肉を切断。相手の指を銃の引き金から離すと同時に、左の肩から手を回し、スラップで首を絞める。
Part of the training I had received on how to kill someone.
心臓を一突きする。胸骨の上から刺し、地面に引き倒す。大腿部を刺す。動脈を狙い、邪魔な腕をどかし、脇から肺に向けてナイフを突き入れろ。
Ah. My blood boiled. My body ached, yearning to carry out Hosuke's suggestions. Sweat started dripping down my face. My vision went blurry. I thought my stomach was going to burst open.
それほど恐ろしかったか。
He was referring to the tragedy that had arisen as a result of a variety of different races attempting to live within the same country. It was a military conflict that had involved the police, the army, and a group of armed guerrilla forces calling themselves the Liberation Army. The International Military Alliance had gotten involved in a dispute over the rights to the territory itself as well. The irregular air raid simply exacerbated. I don't think that's exacerbated, right? Exacerbated the problem. Refugee convoys came under attack, and pollution blackened the nearby sea. Victims of ethnic cleansing became renegade soldiers, sneaking into the villages of races they had deemed antagonistic and torching them to the ground after murdering their inhabitants. Jesus, dude. I saw it. That mountain of rubble. That goddamn fire that just wouldn't stop. The flashes. You'd never stop hearing their screams, you know. You'd have to keep looking at their eyes and their faces. Their faces. Their goddamn faces. They held all of the innocent women and children at gunpoint and herded them into the same area. But they wouldn't kill them immediately. They'd kick them all to the ground after they had enough people, and then they'd...
だがお前は解放軍の指揮官を一人暗殺している。迅速かつ的確な行動を称賛され、勲章まで授与されているではないか。
Something that had been building up inside of me suddenly overflowed. What the fuck else was I supposed to do? I had to take that guy out. The city he was in was going to be bombed anyway. That damn foreigner insisted on using his own men to attack the place, fucking everything up. So I stuck in there from the back end.
腕、喉、心臓、足、肺。マニュアル通りにナイフを突き立てたわけだ。
I lunged forward at Hosuke, taking aim at his one vulnerable spot, his left leg. Hosuke Masaomi. To me, he was a sort of a perfect existence. I launched a spin kick at his sole defect. Holy shit, Kanichi, calm the fuck down. My entire body was on fire, especially my right leg. As my breathing slowed down, I started coming to my senses.
いいぞ、森田。
Hosuke was leaning forward on his desk, using his arm to support himself. He slowly rose to his feet with the aid of his cane.
私とて人間だ。そうやって不意に弱点を突かれれば、対処のしようがない。
Sorry. I just, without thinking.
そう、何も考えるな。考えていては人は殺せない。そう教えたのは我々だ。私はむしろ、お前の今の行動によって、お前への指導が間違っていなかったと確信した。お前は医師力養成試験に合格できなかった。だから、その埋め合わせとして戦争へ参加する羽目になった。
I know. It was to correct my weakness.
だが人間の意志というものは、戦争のような極限状態に置かれては、お前に限らず皆等しく弱い。
Yes. I have dreams about it every day. I keep seeing things I saw back then. Sometimes I can even smell them, so I...
煙を吸いたいのならば、ここで吸っても構わんぞ。
Sorry. I took my pipe out of my case with trembling hands. Hosuke stared at me. Ecstasy showed itself on my face as soon as the smoke hit my lungs. Alright, I've calmed down. Apparently, I hadn't lost it quite yet.
その草は南方産のかなり珍しい薬草のようだな。
You looked it up. This drug had never been taken from me in a seizure.
感覚が鋭くなり、一種の興奮状態が続く。依存性は低いが、使用を続ければ幻覚や妄想を引き起こす。常習者の躁うつ症状も多く見られているようだ。
Information straight from a book. To tell the truth, lately I've been getting the urge to say and think things that just don't make sense. I think I'm getting pretty unstable.
お前が社会に莫大な貢献をすると誓う限り、私はお前の不正に目をつぶろう。
I appreciate it. You'd probably have me arrested immediately if I tried anything funny. So that was how he planned to keep me on a leash. Well then, excuse me. I'm kind of tired. Huh? Wait. Why did I even come here to begin with? Damn it. I forgot why I'd come to ask him after managing this stunning accomplishment of knocking him down like that. Oh well. I'll head back to Toka's place, I guess. I'm back.
おかえり。ちょっと見てくれる？
Toka proffered an envelope to me as soon as I walked in the door. What's this?
誰から来たのかわからないのよ。
Let me see it. That's right. One Koki knew this place's address.
ちょっと怖くて。
This letter might have had something to do with why my supervision of Toka hadn't drawn to an end yet. I opened the envelope. I took out the letter inside. This is pretty tacky.
森田くん、おかえりなさい。で、どうしたの？
あ、お母さん、変な手紙が来てたの。
まさか。
Seems Kyoko-san had had the same thought as I. It's like he wanted to send a ransom note or something. He pasted together a bunch of letters cut out of magazines and stuff.
なんて書いてあるの？
I'll read it. To Kyoko-san. Her shoulders shook slightly. 9 at night. Hmm?
どうしたの？
What the hell?
なんなの？物でも盗みに来るっていうの？
Sorry.
なんなの？物でも盗みに来るっていうの？夜9時に。
I hate you, damn it! I'll be sleeping. Yours truly, Isono.
は？
I guess he felt that you guys should know.
そんなものをわざわざ人に知らせるな！
He hadn't even put a stamp on it. Oh wait, there's more. My carrier pigeon Antoinette should be delivering this letter. Man, this was tough to read. Antoinette is my best friend. I gave her a name that made her sound like a wild woman. You like it? She's a bit night-blind, but I think her eyes are quite captivating. And well, her beak is pretty pointy. But one must expect that from a bird.
何が言いたいのかしら。
But dear Antoinette, she ran away after just one delivery. It's sad in a way. By the way, my other carrier pigeon, Stephanie, ran away last month. It was nearly twice as sad. Subjective comparison, in a way. Could you please look for them, even though they're just birds?
要するに、磯野くんの飼っている鳥が逃げたってことなのかしら。
Oh damn, I'm actually recording for like 2 hours plus. Guess I'm gonna have to cut this into 2 parts.
お母さん放っておこうよ。どうせふざけてるんだよ。
続きは？
Antoinette is blue and her chirping goes chiru chiru. I'm sure you'll obtain happiness if you find her in a way.
ある意味って何よ。いい加減腹立ってきた。
Consider her a present for me. If you do come across her, please cherish her at least twice as much as me. Again, subjective. Together with your daughter. By the way, she's pretty delicious if you cook her in a way. It always had to end in gore, didn't it?
さあ、こんなの無視してご飯食べよ
う。でも、なんだかかわいそうだわ。探してあげましょうよ。青い鳥を。
Who are you?
やだ。
どうか生き物は大事にしなきゃダメよ。
だって焼いて食えって言ってるじゃない。
She has a point. Besides, I don't think she'll be very easy to find.
そうだよ。この広い中町のどこをどう探そうって。え？
We all spun around simultaneously upon hearing a flapping noise from outside the window.
あれじゃない？青い鳥。
早っ！もう見つかっちゃったよ。
あらあら。
Kyoko-san moved into the entrance hallway. I hope she wasn't planning to invite the bird in for dinner. Chiru. Antoinette was the size of a normal pigeon. She was blue.
危険なの？
どうしようかしら、この鳥。
I feel like there's a bit too much comedy for my tastes at the moment. But I'll let it slide. I feel like something's coming for sure. I don't know what. Something's coming. I guess we're just gonna have to keep it here until Asuna comes by for it.
でも、うちには鳥かごもないし、餌だってないよ。
庭のミミズとか食べないかしら。
I don't think so. Antoinette was walking around the living room like she owned the place.
ちょっと、なんかずうずうしいんだけど。
Hold on a second. She's starting to freak out or something. She fell over.
大変。
なんなのこの早い展開。
死んだわ。
嘘。
そう。よく頑張ったわね。長い夢だったのよね。
何言ってるのお母さん。
磯野くん、あなたの気持ちは確かに受け取ったわ。
What is this, dude? It's just so beautiful.
私だけついていけてないの私だけ。
さあ、焼いて食べてあげましょう。
さって本気？かわいそうじゃないの？
Toka, the fire is ready.
私が焼くの？
あなたが料理したいって言うからでしょ？
Do it.
さあ。
私
What is going on, man? Is that a dream? Is that an actual dream? Oh my god, dude. Toka, are you okay? She suddenly threw her blanket to the side. Oh my god. Yo, had a nice nap?
あれケイチ？ここは？
In your room?
鳥は？
Huh?
まさかこれって。
Are you okay? You look like you were having a pretty bad dream there.
夢落ち？今時夢落ち？嘘でしょ？視点とかぐっちゃになったじゃない。呪術トリックは字の文で嘘をついちゃダメなのよ。
Yes, please don't do that ever again. What the hell are you talking about? She seemed pretty disoriented. Apparently you entered the kitchen, then started feeling really bad. You were already asleep when I got back from my meeting with Pops.
そこから夢だったんだ。オーケー、整合性は取れた。
Was she okay in the head? Were you trying to cook?
どうだっけ？確かちょっと火の使い方を確認してたような。
Maybe she had been in danger of burning herself. Well, no biggie. It's still hot and all. Drink some more water. That said, Toka wasn't really the type to have fainting spells. Are you okay now?
なんかよくわかんないけど。
That's fine. Now go and take a shower, okay? It's almost time for dinner.
ありがとね。ずっと付き添っててくれたんでしょ？
Eh? I had nothing better to do. I reached out for the doorknob. Oh yeah, today we're having fried poultry.
うえ！
Thanks.
お粗末様でしたと。
なんか息ぴったりだね。
Toka didn't seem to be finished with her dinner yet. She had her own cup to her lips.
あらそう？じゃあ森田くんと結婚しようかしらね。
Hey, watch it!
お母さん、冗談きつすぎるよ。
Kyoko-san clapped her hands together impulsively.
そうそう、磯野くんから熱烈なラブレターをもらったのよ。
あれ？夢じゃなかったんだ。
Again with the dream crap, eh?
磯野くん、本気みたいね。
Tell me about it.
私、あんなやつが父親になるなんて認めないからね。
まだ結婚するなんて言ってないでしょ？気が早いわね。
You seem pretty receptive to the idea, though.
磯野くんは苦労人ですからね。精神年齢も高そうだし。
I don't know about that.
ちょっとお母さん、本気なの？
もちろん嘘よ。なに？焼いてるの？
そんなんじゃないよ。
Toka turned red.
まさか、本気でくっついちゃったりして。
Yeah, the sun was really going down earlier and earlier. Anyway, I was busy organizing the contents of my case.
あらら、また私の負け？
これで3連勝だね。
Toka and Kyoko-san were amusing themselves with a video game.
まったく、トウカは天才だわ。お母さんにも教えてちょうだい。
ここで B ボタンを押すの。するとミサイルが出るでしょ。そしたらみんな疫病で死ぬから。
What exactly were they playing?
わかったわ。じゃあもう一度ね。
何度やってもお母さんには負けないよ。
Well, they looked like they were having fun at least. I couldn't foresee any further difficulties with their relationship. Kyoko-san had stopped giving Toka orders and all. I was basically just sitting around at this point. Maybe I should use this time to get a head start on Natsumi's supervision or something. Or maybe... As much as I want to be not biased here, I gotta be not biased. Maybe I should just stay at the house.
なかなか手強い。
よいしょっと。ここで格闘家ね。
I feel so bad for actually choosing this. Reality was quite peaceful, in contrast to the events of their game. Toka was taking a bath. After making sure that we were alone, I beckoned to Kyoko-san. You have a minute.
どうしたの？トウカのいないところで内緒話？
You're sharp. I made sure to stare in the direction of the kitchen. Toka is pretty much completely free at this point. She can read manga, play games, and sleep as much as she wants.
そうね。私が何も命令しないもの。
However, she's still prohibited from entering the kitchen, correct?
禁止というほど強制したくはないのだけれど、それがあの子のためだと思って。
Because of her burn. Dredging up their past like this wasn't exactly pleasant, but...
まったく、森田くんにはかなわないわね。
Kyoko-san gave a short sigh and started talking.
全部私が悪いのよ。私が慣れないことをしたものだから。
You're not familiar with cooking in general, I presume.
ええ、大嫌いだったわ。温かい家庭料理なんて。
Her voice was powerful. Something traumatic must have happened when she was a child.
私の家は裕福だったから、ごちそうが毎晩テーブルに並んだものだわ。でも私はいつも冷めた残り物を食べさせられてた。私だけ。いや、私と後期だけ。のけ者にされた食卓だったのよ。
Sure you should be having that look on your face when you're telling this story? So she had ended up yearning for the taste of that warm homemade cooking and envying her siblings.
あ、なんか私、また鬼みたいだった？
No, you're okay.
でも、その日は10日の誕生日だったから、
I see.
料理の本を読んで、必要以上に食材を揃えて、入念に準備をしたのだけれど、
A despondent sigh escaped her lips.
鍋をしていたのよ。 でも水の量を間違えたのか、それとも火加減が違ったのか、とにかく熱湯が吹きこぼれてしまって、それでたまたま私を手伝おうとしてくれた10日に。
Hot water. I see.
私はなんてことを。
Now, this is all in the past now.
あの子ね、ずっと長袖を着ているでしょ。わがままを言うことがあっても、私の前でやけどのことだけは一度も口にしたことがないのよ。きっと私を傷つけないように気を使って、それで。
I understand. So that's why you tell her not to go into the kitchen.
ええ、あの子が嫌なことを思い出すんじゃないかって、それが原因になって後期のところで受けていた仕打ちを思い出すんじゃないかって。
Merely contemplating this made Kyoko-san grow pale and begin to shake. Well, Toka may have recovered from it by now, you know. She cooked for us at the Amnesty Festival after all. I tried to comfort her.
いいえ、危険だわ。恩赦祭は川辺で料理をしたのでしょ。10日が心に傷を負ったのはうちの台所なのよ。
You have a point. She got ill after she tried going in there earlier.
そうでしょ。私怖くて。
Okay, I understand. I'll make sure she doesn't try to enter the kitchen.
ありがとう、森田くん。
Don't worry. There's no need to rush. We can take our time and heal Toka's heart bit by bit. Well, that wasn't my responsibility, though.
いいお湯だった。
Toka's carefree voice carried to us from the bathroom. Kyoko-san forced herself to look happy as soon as she saw Toka.
リンゴ剥いておいたわよ。一緒に食べましょう。
Kyoko-san was probably pushing herself too hard. But still, I wanted her to hang in there. This is just a cause for disaster.
今日はここまで。
She laid down her pencil and got up from her desk. Well done. You should do fine on the test.
うっかりミスさえしなきゃ平気だよ。
But that was the worrisome part. Gonna hit the sack now?
ああ、どうしようかな。
Well, you've already finished reading your manga and playing your game.
ラジオは、今日はろくなの流れてないか。寝よっかな。でも、もったいない気も。
She droned on and on. Why don't you try studying a cookbook or something?
あ、そうだね。
Then again, that might result in her trying to enter the kitchen. Wait, I have a better idea. Why don't we go down to the riverside and practice cooking tomorrow?
川辺？
Yep,
私、ケーキ作りたいんだけど。あ
just do it.
あ、なんか強引。
I really hope I'm not in her route suddenly out of nowhere. Dear God. I really have no idea if I'm in her route or not. Her mood took a nosedive. I don't think so, but... I really don't remember much of this route, or this chapter. Come on, what's the problem?
別にいいけど。
She still didn't look too happy about it though. Nighty-night.
たまには、ここで寝てもいいんだよ。
You're crazy. Quit joking around. That's the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard.
バカ。
I escaped from the room. Tomorrow was gonna be another boring day. Kyoko-san, mind if I make the food?
あら、そう？それじゃあお願いしようかしら。
You have a frying pan.
ええ、私も簡単なものくらい頑張って作ろうかと思って一通り調理道具は揃えたのよ。
Alright. Okay, let me fry up some fresh worms for you guys.
やめてよ。
We had finished breakfast. Now we were just sitting around doing nothing as usual. Oh yeah, Kyoko-san. I think it's about time you show us your home cooking skills.
Eh?
You need to start cooking your own food. Your financial situation's gonna end up pretty dire if you don't.
そうね。
Kyoko-san breathed a sigh, then spoke with some more resolve.
今夜あたりにチャレンジしてみるわ。
本当に？
Toka was all over that.
何か食べたいものある？
お母さんが作ってくれるなら何でもいいよ。
そう言われると困るわね。
Toka, just tell her straight up that you want a Manchu Han imperial feast.
ケンイチはフグでも食べてろ。
Without removing the poison, I assume.
どうしようかしら。簡単に、そう、お味噌汁と、そうね、お魚でも焼こうかしら。
お魚は結構焼き加減が難しいんだよ。
あら、そう？
Where'd you learn that?
本で読んだの。
Oh, come on.
じゃあ、野菜炒めでも作ってみようかしら。
あ、やっぱりカレーがいい。
そう。なら、カレーにしてみようかな。
And she said, whatever you make is gonna be delicious, son.
ああ、どうしよっかな。やっぱりお魚が。
Huh. Make up your mind already.
だってお母さんが料理作ってくれるんだもん。
Oh, right. Toka have probably been looking forward to this for a very long time.
あんまり期待しちゃダメよ。
I simply asked the dude to refrain from producing irradiated meat.
ちょっとケンイチ、お母さんをバカにしないで。
いいのよ。せめて黒焦げのカスみたいなのを出さないようにするわね。
I'll be looking forward to it. Kyoko-san devoted herself to her task. She spent the entire day watching cooking shows and reading books about cooking.
卵を割って、いや、割り入れて、いや、割ったと見せかけて、ちょっと一息。
The hell was she talking about? I decided to go drag Toka out of her room. Toka lay on her bed, munching on a bar of chocolate. You're reading manga again?
だって面白くって。
Stop messing around. It's time for your riverside cooking practice.
ちょっと待って、ちょっと待って。もうちょっとでオチがつくから。
Shh. Oh, sorry.
ひどいな。
As I'm sure you know, humans have this peculiar tendency to become irritated while watching others of their species enjoy themselves. Not really. Thus, I decided to kick her. Lightly, of course. Give me a break. You know how damn bored I am?
ああ、ごめん。今度ケンイチにも読ませてあげるよ。
I refuse.
面白いのにな。だって今時ダジャレ落ちだよ。
In this day and age, please stop acting like you know what you're talking about.
教養の差が出たね。
I don't care. It's time to practice cooking.
何の料理にしようか。昨日はチキンだったよな。
Here we go again. I don't really give a shit. Let's just do poultry again. A feeling of ill portent suddenly swept across me.
じゃあ鳥だけにきちんとしないとね。
This girl was gonna be the death of me yet. I had managed to force myself out of the shopping district for the first time in a while, but it's so damn hot. There was a nice breeze going, but the heat of the asphalt pretty much nullified that.
そうだ、お母さんにクーラー買ってもらおうっと。
You don't have that sort of money. Go get some gruel, you pauper.
なんでそんなに機嫌悪いの？確かにうちは貧乏だけどさ。
So, want some money?
何よ、くれるっていうの？
I'm so rich that I regularly round out lists of the top 10 richest people at number 10,000 or so.
指多すぎるし。
So as you can see, I could simply buy your entire house if I wanted to.
はいはい。
Why, I could even pay off your school expenses and have you enrolled in a special school if I so choose.
なんか話がリアルになってきたんだけど。
Ha! Just ask Sachi if you think I'm lying. She'll set things straight.
なんでサチが出てくるのよ。
I was quite interested in seeing her reaction to all of this.
ちょっと本気なの？
Naturally. Well, what do you think? I can lend you some money if you want.
料理の専門学校に行けるってこと？
That's right. I'll provide the money for your living expenses and schooling in the city. Am I in her route, damn it?
まだ料理人になるって決めたわけじゃないし。
I'm actually super curious if I'm in her route or not. I'm going to Google this. I am so curious. Okay. Doesn't seem like I'm in her route. At least I think. I'm actually not sure at all. But I think so from just glancing at the choices. Come on, don't give me that wishy-washy crap.
それにそんな大金借りたら返すあてもないし。
Don't worry. You can just pay me back once you become a famous cook.
でも自信ないし。
Well, this wasn't working. Maybe she wasn't really serious about cooking after all.
料理はなんていうか今までほとんど外食だったから。ほら家庭料理に憧れてたっていうかそんな程度だから。
Sure, but you know, back at the riverside, you...
あ、
Forget about Pops beating the shit out of me already. I'm fine. In fact, it feels good when I get hit. I'm a hard M after all.
変態。
See, look, Shat made me embarrass myself. Anyway, I guess we should finish up the shopping first. We'd continue this conversation at the riverside. The dying light of the evening sun glistened upon the surface of the water. The ever-present howling of the cicadas felt particularly intrusive tonight. Summer was still here. A lone girl stood amidst the spectacle, defiling it with her very presence. Please don't disturb the sanctity of nature with your slovenly chewing.
ケンイチだってさっき死ぬほど食べてたでしょ。
I'm the prince of the kingdom of sweets, so I have that privilege.
私だってお菓子の国のお姫様だもん。
And because of that, it was already evening. I'm gonna start the fire. Chop up the vegetables so we can use them.
火起こせるの？
Don't underestimate me, you peon. I'm a regular survival buff. Why, I've even fashioned knives out of scrap metal I've found lying around. Back in the war, I had to procure all of my supplies myself, you know?
また大ボラが始まっちゃったよ。急に金持ちぶったり傭兵ぶったりするんだから。そんな人この世にいるわけないでしょ。
You're right. What would you do if it turned out to be true?
え？
Well, you're saying that someone like me can't exist after all.
だってそんなはずないでしょ。きっとみんな口を揃えて言うよ。森田健一なんてありえないって。
You're free to believe what you want, but please don't drag others into this. You're like an overbearing gym teacher or something.
体育教師？
Yeah. Back when I was a kid, I didn't know how to use a swing. The gym teacher said that there was no way that was possible. Isn't that right, everyone? Morita here knows how to use it just fine. There's no way he can't. He sought a confirmation of his own beliefs from his surroundings. All because that bastard didn't have enough self-confidence.
っていうかブランコの漕ぎ方わからないって。
Toka, there are truly incredible people in this world, no matter what you think. Incredible, strange people, and because of how strange they are, they can pop up anywhere, at any time. That's why ordinary people just can't understand them.
わかったよ。偉そうだな。
Anywhere at any time.
なんでそこだけ連呼するのよ。
Watch this. I slowly reach into my Duralumin case.
は？それっていつもタバコ吸うときに使ってる。
See? I started a fire, didn't I?
ぶっ壊すぞ！
Okay, girl. This comedy skit is a bit going too long, though. This is basically almost an episode of just comedy skits. Toka spread the vegetables and meat across the plate and then started poking at them with a pair of chopsticks. I feel kinda weirded out because of this, in a way, because everything was so fast forward before, or pretty fast paced. The crackling sound of the fire and the sizzling sound of the meat permeated the area. Toka was looking unusually serious. Hey, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt?
Huh?
Well, Kyoko-san had prohibited Toka from cooking because she believed that it might stir up memories of what her father had done to her.
平気だよ。むしろ元気はつらつってとこかな。
What the hell? Don't tell me that's your legendary one-liner.
違うよバカ。
Anyway, it looked like she really was doing fine. Kyoko-san was probably just worrying too much. Anyway, about the Amnesty Festival.
本当にごめんね。私のせいでケンイチがあんな目に遭っちゃって。
No, I should apologize for making you think back to then, but there was something I was curious about. Well, that nabe you cooked wasn't so bad. It was edible at least.
あれは
She looked down at her feet.
別に台所に入っちゃダメってだけで料理自体が禁止されてたわけじゃないから、こっそり学園の家庭科室で練習してたことあるし、本もたくさん読んでたから。
I see.
何よ。
You're a klutz for sure, but you might just be a talented klutz.
料理してる時はね、絶対集中力が途切れないの。
Oh ho, the words of a talented individual. Her eyes glittered.
この料理をね、誰かに食べさせるんだって思うと、ちょっとやそっとのことは気にならなくなるんだよ。
Her smile was more gorgeous than the setting sun. It forced some earnest praise out of me. Yeah, you'd make a perfect cook, Toka.
そうかな。
Yeah, I do.
あんまりおだてないでよ。そこまで好きってわけじゃないんだから。
No, I can see it now. You don't get to choose what sort of talent God bestows upon you, you know?
なんか照れちゃうね。
Well, it's your decision in the end. I think it'd be great if you chose to be a cook, though.
もうちょっとよく考えてみるね。
She continued to poke at her food with her chopsticks, her face bright red. You know, it would be pretty appropriate if she ended up burning the food.
いい感じかな。
It went off without a hitch, though. It was just practice, so we hadn't prepared many ingredients. The resultant stir-fry wasn't exactly king-sized or anything. I guess I'll give it a try.
ご飯前だけど、それくらいなら平気でしょ。
I grab a bit with my chopsticks and start munching on it.
どうかな。
Yeah.
そんなに外してはいないと思うんだよ。
Yeah, I guess it's good.
本当？
Yeah. I don't really know how you managed it without being able to control the flames, but it's cooked just right.
じーっと観察してたからね。
Quite impressive. Her face turned scarlet.
お母さんも喜んで食べてくれるかな。
Of course. Any mother would be more than happy with her daughter's cooking.
だよね。だよね。
Unfortunately, I've already eaten all of it.
じゃあ明日食べさせてあげようっと。
Her smile contained all the innocence of a child. We gotta test out Kyoko-san's home cooking first, though. I was starting to feel a strange sense of satisfaction. There was a warm homemade meal waiting for us back at the house. A small slice of an ordinary, everyday happiness.
じゃあ帰ろう。
You said it. It's almost dinner time after all. We hurried back home. We hurried back to the dining table. I don't think I'm the type of guy that can appreciate the everyday happiness, Kenichi. Not in stories, anyway. Not in stories. It was already starting to get dark, even though we had started running on the way. I wonder if Kyoko-san is getting tired of waiting for us.
こんなに遅くなっちゃうなんて悪いことしたな。
Looking forward to it?
家に帰ったらお母さんが作った料理が待ってるなんてなんだかドキドキするよ。
Home cooked meals are pretty normal, I think. You're really looking forward to it though, huh?
お母さん何作ったのかな。カレー、野菜炒め、それとも焼き魚かな。
She couldn't conceal her excitement. Anyway, let's go inside.
ただいま。
おかえりなさい。
お母さんお待たせ。ごめんね遅くなって。
いいえ、いいのよ。森田くんと一緒だったんでしょ。
ケンイチがねチョコレートたくさん食べるから遅くなっちゃった。
そう。楽しく遊んできたのね。
I didn't smell anything.
汗かいたでしょ。お風呂沸かしておいたわよ。
I didn't smell anything from the kitchen either.
じゃあザバーッと浴びてくるね。まだまだ暑い日が続くからな。
Toka headed to the bathroom, fanning herself with her jacket sleeve, failing to notice the dining table. Kyoko-san, what's wrong? The table was completely bare.
ごめんなさい。
I didn't ask for an apology. I asked you what happened.
ごめんなさい。
Please, tell me what happened. You were practicing all morning, weren't you? Hmm? Her voice was barely more than a whisper.
無理だったの。私には。
A very nervous, pointed whisper. Kyoko-san, calm down. Just tell me, what part couldn't you handle?
だから私には料理なんて無理なのよ。才能がないのよ。
She had been managing to hide the colder side of her until now.
下手な料理なんて誰も食べてくれないのよ。
Kyoko-san?
だから嫌だったのよ。
Her eyes were dark. Her gaze was hollow.
ごめんなさい。私どうかしてたみたいね。
It's okay.
昔ね、
Yeah.
私だって子供の頃頑張って家族に気に入られようとしていたこともあるのよ。それでほら、私の家ってお金持ちじゃない？いつも豪勢な料理ばかり出ていたから、たまには簡単な、そう、シチューみたいな簡単な。
She seemed on the verge of collapse just recalling it.
そんなシチューをね、作ったのだけれど、誰も見向きもしてくれなくて。
Kyoko-san,
まずそうだって思いっきり母親に怒鳴られて、テーブルにシチューが飛び散ってね、後期がちょっとやけどしちゃって、それで私も。
I saw some carrot and potato skins in a nearby garbage can. It's okay. I can figure out what happened. But could a person this weak get through life okay? I'm sure you're aware, but Toka was really looking forward to this. I hadn't meant to be so overbearing. You decided to become Toka's mother, right? Well, you're not the only one with problems. Toka had plenty of shit happen to her in the past too. You're her mother, so get your act together, got it? What the hell was I saying? I felt ashamed for torturing her so. I'm sorry. I was in no position to talk down to her like that. Regardless of how logical one's line of reasoning may be, only the person personally involved with the dilemma can truly understand it.
いいのよ。私が悪いんだから。
The atmosphere had grown melancholic.
お母さんお母さん。
A lively voice sounds very out of place amid melancholy indeed.
お母さんたらすごいうっかりだね。お風呂水だったよ。 私もうっかり水風呂に浸かるところだったよ。
Your demeanors contrasted to a nearly comedic degree. The phone started ringing. On a normal evening, we would be striking up some lively conversation over dinner right about now.
電話だよ。電話に出てもいい？
Kyoko-san nodded hesitantly. Toka picked up the receiver unflinchingly. I couldn't treat the call as anything except a bad omen. And the color suddenly drained from Toka's face in confirmation of my suspicions.
はい。私、どうかですけど。
Kyoko-san looked at Toka dubiously. My expression must have been similar.
さあ、何を言っているんですか？ちょっと、冗談やめてください。今さらそんなこと。はい。でも、お母さんは、お父さんもそこに。
Kyoko-san gasped audibly.
いや、ですから、はい。そんないきなり無茶なこと言わないでください。
Toka sent a glance in our direction, pleading for help. I slowly approached her.
待って、頭が混乱して。
Toka, please hang up.
明日にしてください。
She slammed down the receiver. Toka was breathing heavily. She stared straight at the receiver she had just hung up so forcefully. Are you okay?
私は平気。
But of course she wasn't. What's wrong?
変な人から電話がかかってきたの。
A stranger? She had said something about her dad though. Was it a man?
女の人、落ち着いた感じだった。
What did she want?
一緒に暮らさないかって。お父さん、すごい反省してるって。もう二度とあんなバカな手紙送らないから。だから、一緒に暮らさないかって。
I don't know about using the same thing again twice. It feels like this whole ordeal is over and taken care with.
途中で、ちょっとお父さんの泣き声まで聞こえて、なんだかすごく二人とも辛そうで。
Kyoko-san could remain silent no longer.
誰？
幸代って名乗ったの。
One Sachio, a name I had seen before on Toka's family register.
お母さん、この人って、幸代さんって。
お母さんよ。
What? I was surprised. Surprised at how emotionless Kyoko-san had sounded.
あなたのお母さんよ。本当のね。
She spoke without a hint of tenderness. I desperately wanted to believe that I was just imagining things. Because she was looking at Toka like she wanted her to leave. Toka stared off into space, a mockery of a smile playing across her face. And then she crumpled to the ground ever so slowly. I mean, we already know her mom's name. I don't know what they're planning to do with this. With this ordeal. Like, if the choice is between if Toka should live with the real family or with Kyoko. I mean, it's... Let's do a few more scenes. We received a call first thing in the morning the following day. Kyoko-san took it. Toka and I watched with bated breath.
ええ、わかりました。10日に聞いてみます。
After a curt exchange, Kyoko-san hung up the phone. How'd it go?
どうだったの？
We stood on either side of Kyoko-san. Kyoko-san held her breath.
つまり、後期がトウカの親権を取り戻そうとしているのよ。
So this was what Hozuki was saying to wait for, huh? Trying to get back that which was lost, eh? The court's word was absolute. If you had their backing, it would be no problem to regain parental authority lost as a result of abuse. However, a court investigator would first need to conduct a survey of Koki and his behavior.
今は二人とも幸せな家庭を築いているそうよ。
I wonder, judging from that letter he sent you, Koki doesn't seem the type to mend his ways so easily.
後期は今、レストランに勤めているそうよ。
That's too convenient. She gave me the name. Well, what do you know? That's a rather prestigious establishment that caters only to high-ranking VIPs. I knew because I had been there before.
お父さん、やっぱり料理する人なんだ。
Toka nodded in assent with her memory.
あの手紙については、素直に謝られたわ。どうかしてたって。酔った勢いで、とんでもないことを書いてしまったって。
I'm quite suspicious of that, so I don't know. Anna? So he's basically saying, I've changed, now give me Toka, right?
そうね。幸男さんも保育士の仕事についていて、家庭は円満だそうよ。
So I guess the predicament they want to show you now is that the fact that Kyoko is poor in terms of how she can provide for Toka, huh? I guess basically it's about her inferiority complex again. Honestly, I found it hard to believe that a household that had lost parental authority over allegations of abuse had managed to turn itself around to such a degree. At the same time, I doubted that the information was false. It came from a government official after all. This is a problem. I looked at Toka.
何が？
She looked like she didn't really understand what was going on. As you know, Kyoko-san isn't your real mother. She's just a guardian who was assigned parental authority. A foster parent, so to speak. Therefore, Kyoko-san doesn't have the right to refuse them if they ask to have their parental authority transferred back to them.
ということは
Then she gasped.
私、都会にお父さん、コウキさんと幸男さんっていう人たちと一緒に暮らすってことになるの？
Well, I don't know if it'll go that far. However, Koki-san and Sachio-san will become your parental authorities.
じゃあ、義務も？
That's right. Koki-san and Sachio-san get to make the orders this time, not Kyoko-san. And that was probably why there had been such a delay in the cancellation of the obligation. The court must have been at a loss as to what to do about it, given this new development.
どうか、どうする？
What do you mean by that?
あのね、こう言われたの。後期は親権の変更を申し出ているけど、トウカが私と一緒にいたいのなら申請を撤回するって。
So it rests on her again. Which is not good because she's how very magnanimous of him. Well, that's a relief, eh, Toka? You can keep living here.
ごめん。私、複雑なの苦手。
You want to live with Kyoko-san, don't you?
うん。
That's what I thought. Then don't worry about it. They'll stop trying to get their parental authority back if you tell them you want to stay with Kyoko-san.
じゃあ、何も変わらないってこと？
That's right. Man, I got all worked up over nothing. Mr. and Miss Koki seem to be pretty nice after all. Right, Kyoko-san?
確かにね。有無を言わさずトウカを取られてしまうかと思ったわ。
難しいこと何もないよね。私がお母さんと一緒にいたいって言えば全部解決するんだよね。
That's right. I let out a huge sigh. Jeez, don't scare me like that. I couldn't have been the only one thinking that this was another one of Pop's traps, could I?
何一人でブツブツ言ってるのよ。
Nothing. I just wanted to calm down a bit.
そうよね。昨日はちょっとびっくりしたけど。
Well, why don't we have some breakfast? If you don't want anything fancy, I can handle it. I made my way to the kitchen. Toka and Kyoko-san stood together in the living room, smiling at each other. No problems here. No problems here, huh? I feel like they went a bit too hard on the comedic scenes. I don't know, it felt a bit too long, in my opinion though, just in my opinion. I still enjoyed the episode nonetheless, just seemed a bit too long. As you can see, I played quite a bit longer than I thought I would be. And I guess I'm not done with the route, wow, crazy. I guess this must be what I felt too back when I was still younger, but I don't know. It feels like this is what I felt, since there must be a reason why I don't remember much of what happened, right? I probably got impatient with the story and started skimming through it. But there's something I gotta do before anything else. We're not gonna be doing the don't go anywhere shit. Sorry, man. Biased Azai at its finest. Alright, I'm gonna be out for a bit.
どこへ？
I'm going to go see Nachan.
え？
Toka flung her controller on the floor.
何しに？
I just want to see if she's doing okay.
ふーん。いってらっしゃい。
That didn't sound very nice. Oh well, I left the house. Man, it had been a while since I had last been to the dorm. As drab as usual, I see. Nachan, it's me, Kenichi. I made sure to put on a show of great energy for Nachan.
はい。
I heard some rustling noises from within. After a short while, the door opened. Good evening. You doing okay?
どうもです。
Summer break's just about over, huh?
ええ。
Her expression said, so what? So, what have you been up to over the summer?
特にこれといって。
I've been staying at Toka's house this whole time, but yeah, I haven't really done much either.
はあ。
You're up next, Nachan.
お願いします。
Come on, we're friends. You don't need to act like that.
いつ頃になりますか？
Hmm?
私の監督が始まるのは。
Who knows? Well, obviously, when Toka's supervision ends, but
まだ終わってないんですか？
yeah, I worked out most of the kinks though.
じゃあ戻った方がいいんじゃないですか？
So you're saying I'm a nuisance? She still couldn't manage to make eye contact with me.
いや、そんなこともないですけど、夜も遅くなってきましたし。
Yeah, I was a nuisance, alright.
わざわざ様子を見に来てくれて、ともでした。
You never change, do you, Nachan?
はい、私はずっと変わりませんよ。
Was that her way of saying that I didn't need to bother coming back to check up on her? Nah, I was probably just overthinking things. I really couldn't help taking it in an emotional direction though. Good night.
はい、さようなら。
Natsumi shut the door without hesitation and returned to her room. Kinda lonely out here. And there we go. That is where I'm going to end the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This was probably like 2 episodes. I'm just gonna cut it into 2. I've been recording for 3 hours. But yeah, I'm sort of enjoying it, but also feeling a lot more less excited on this chapter. It's not bad, but it's not as good as Sachi's chapter. I can't believe it because when I was younger, I feel like Sachi's chapter felt worse than this one to some degree. But that's probably because of my hatred towards Sachi. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.